Samuel, the same thing. His mother was barren. Hannah was barren, but God gave her an only son. And now we find for the first time the emphasis on this ruler's only daughter. So that you and I won't forget John 3:16. For God so loved the world, and he gave his only begotten Son. And whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Notice she's 12 years old. Why is 12 significant? Well, because the Jewish people divide up the years in segments. The year of your training, and then the year of your responsibility, and then the year of wisdom. And so now she is about to transition from the year of her training to the year of her responsibility. The Jews call it a bar mitzvah. That is when now my child, who I am responsible for, is now going to be responsible for themselves. All the religious duty, you now have to do it yourself. You will never now go on with your parents. It's up to you now at 12, or at the end of 12, 13. Where they come up with 12? Well, 12 because of the spies that went out. And that became the number that the Jews had fixed upon this transitional time. So here was her only daughter at the age of 12, getting ready to transition now from the responsibility of her parents to her time in life where she's transitioning, where now she can solely cry out to God, worship God, serve God by herself, and she's at a point of death. Oh, mothers, let me ask you a question. How many times have you found yourself at the feet of Jesus or your own daughter or your own son? Forget the social pressure. Forget what it looks like. I've got no other place to go but the feet of Jesus. Now, the story will pick up later. We will deal with Jairus at another time. But on the way, Jesus runs into this woman who has an issue of blood. Look at her health. Verse 43, and a woman having an issue of blood 12 years, which has spent all of her living upon physicians, neither could be healed. This woman had an hemorrhaging. She was hemorrhaging. And it went on for 12 years. A 12-year menstrual period. 12 years, non-stop. 12 years. Every day, every month, every week, for 12 years. Now, what does this mean to us? I'll tell you what it meant. Come with me to the book of Leviticus. I want to show you something. Because Leviticus will show us, give us some indication in chapter 15. Because we really need to get a sense of what this was to this woman. Leviticus chapter 15. We're going to come back to Luke 8, but so you can get an idea of what she was experiencing. The issue simply means the flow, the disbursement of this blood. Verse 25 of Leviticus 15, and if a woman have an issue of her blood many days out of the time of her separation, or if it run beyond the time of her separation, all the days, notice this, of the issue of her uncleanness shall be as the days of her separation. She shall be unclean. Every bed whereupon she lieth all the days of her issue shall be unto her as the bed of her separation. Whatsoever she sitteth upon shall be unclean, as the uncleanness of her separation. And whosoever toucheth those things shall be unclean. and shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean unto the even. But if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number to herself 7 days. And after that, she shall be clean. If this woman had an issue for 12